Alright, so we're back with more Alan Wake 2. We're gonna get right into this here. We had just finished Chapter 4, bringing Alan back up to where we had gotten at the end of Chapter 2. So, let's see what's waiting for us now. Oh, it did my quick save. Let's try that again. Okay, I guess this is just where it's gonna put me. I'll have to run through the tunnel again.
The tunnel was open now. I could get through. I couldn't hear the dark presence. It was gone. Shit.
And again, feels like he should be trying to run faster. But take your time.
Dark presence. I had seen it before.
Oh,
I remember
am I gonna
now.
stick to him again?
It was always out there, hunting me.
And we're gonna skip this because we saw it last time. Okay, so we're still playing as Alan. The writer of the first word, not the writer of the last, with the terror of the light and the shadow. Last. The third eye now open. To project the night, this is the moment to write. This is the ritual to lead you on. Your friends will meet him when you are gone. Okay. Oh. Alright.
Murder site. Stepping to the murder site, I'd felt it, hanging in the air. A meaning. The violent emotion of the act. Like a cloud of wrath. The dead eyes of the victim staring at something it couldn't see.
Oh, did I cut him off? Did I walk too far forward? Blue light. Okay, so we're back at the subway. I feel like I'm finding these words of power really easily. Word of gun! Let's just go back to possibly not using my ammo. That just seems like a really good one to have. When resources are rare, I say as I find a bunch of ammo. I don't have to crawl into the tracks, do I? Okay.
The station had changed. I was closer now.
The dark place.
Parliament Tower. Our home in New York. Was I really this close to being home? Going up to our apartment? Would I be home? Or was this just an echo of the real thing? Even then, the murder site had brought me one step closer to escape.
What a fancy fucking place to live. To have a door like that.
He was a victim, a writer. Maybe he was a victim. The cult, using his words. Or maybe he was the monster behind it all. Either way, Alice Wake, his ex, she knew things. It was there in her art for all to see. A cry for help.
Fancy.
Alice's photo equipment. Set to go off when the door opens.
Why would she do that? And why would the elevator go right into your building? Right into your room?
Get out! Leave me alone!
Alice! Alice! Alice.
Pick photos for exhibition posters. Why would I pick the photo of me?
This is a photo of Scratch.
Oh.
How did Alice get this? Is he stalking her? This is the door to my study, where I wrote my books. This symbol wasn't here before.
Where he wrote his books. So he was living in this fancy-ass place before he wrote his books.
Alice's video camera. No memory card inside.
Video art doc. On screens multi. Focal point of the dark place. Alright. Got some dusty bread. Chopped tomatoes. Oh wait, there's nowhere else to go over here? Ah! Part 1.
Alice's
Gimme.
memory card.
When I was younger, photography was everything to me. I moved to New York thinking I'd make it as an artist. And then I met Alan.
Well, I can't turn off my flashlight because it just tells me to skip.
We were both dedicated by our creative ambitions. The only difference was that Alan's work made money. He brought me work when he could. I took his promo shots, created covers for his books. I'm sure he forced his publisher into it. I was taking photos, just not my photos. And that gnawed at me. Things got complicated sometimes, but that's life, right? We loved each other. Then Alan hit a block. I brought out a meaner side of him. One I didn't like. I set up a trip to see a doctor in Washington. I didn't tell him until we got there. We argued. Things went wrong. And he was just gone. Drowned, allegedly. It's easy for
You are
people
also
to think
gone.
it was my fault. Hell, I do too sometimes. About 6 years ago, I started hearing noises in the night. Typewriter keys clacking. Voices.
This is probably the downside to atmospheric
Haunting me.
horror games like this, is there's a lot of just standing around and listening. Because they take things intentionally slow.
It was Alan. And yet, it was a monster. He always did have anger in him. I set up cameras around the apartment with motion sensors and flashes. Now, when the monster comes, I turn it into art. My nightmares caught on film. And this is the focus of my new exhibition. To show people
Do I just have to wait for
the
this?
world is so much darker than they ever knew. I'm calling this exhibit The Dark Place.
Alice. Scratch was terrorizing her. Why?
Mom said it's my turn on the Xbox.
I sat in the writer's room and wrote a story. Initiation. To project myself through the dark place, to look for a way out. The story had brought me here, brought me nowhere. Looped me back. I was writing the story. And in the story, I now stepped into the writer's room. But there was no one here writing it.
Well, that was a quick chapter.
Okay, let's recap what you've told us so far, Ellen. For the past 13 years, you've been trapped in a nightmare dimension called the Dark Place.
Yeah.
It's like New York, but it's not New York. And can be reached from the bottom of Cauldron Lake, but it's not really under the lake. And after all this time, you've managed to get out.
Yeah.
But so has your evil doppelganger. Mr. Scratch? Or is it the Dark Presence?
Both. It's interchangeable. He's Scratch when he looks like me, but he can change into this other form.
And Scratch, the Dark Presence, wants to rewrite the world in his own image.
Which would be in your image, as he looks just like you.
And turn the world into a fucking nightmare.
During Deerfest, which is scheduled to take place in a couple of days. You got out of the Dark Place by writing a novel, the pages we've been finding. But your double edited it into a horror story that's now changing reality, taking over people, making them crazy, bringing the Dark Place to Bright Falls.
Yes, fiction coming in contact with the Dark Place can change reality. The story is coming true, soaking into everything like darkness when night falls. But last time
This will be back in 2010.
Yes, last time it didn't happen all at once. The story came true bit by bit as it unfolded. And that dark presence was still bound to the lake. I stopped it before it got the ending it wanted. Before it broke free. Based on that, there's still time.
Which brings us to your magical light switch.
The clicker. Magical doesn't quite cover it. Scratch wants it to bring about his ending. That can't happen. If I can get the clicker, I can send him back to the Dark Place, make all this shit go away. Look, I know it's batshit crazy. My memory is full of holes, and I'm not sure how much I can trust. It's like a half-forgotten dream.
Mr. Wake. Alan. We've seen our share of batshit crazy in the past 24 hours. What I want to know is, why am I? Why are we written into the story?
I think I saw you. Or a vision of you in the Dark Place. I think you helped me reach out and escape somehow. With that in the story, Scratch would have edited it to get to you. To hurt you. We are all in danger.
Alright. I gotta stop saying alright.
It's insane. And there's so much of it. Rest easy, buddy. Wake has more information. I need to keep questioning him. Have you ever heard of the Cult of the Tree?
Creepy bunch. In the habit of wearing deer masks, performing murder rituals, victims turning into monsters possessed by darkness, possibly inspired by a horror story written by a certain author. Ring any bells?
The cult. Yes. Yes. They have the clicker.
Why does my mic keep picking up noise? It's making my little picture bounce.
If the cult has the clicker, does that make them Scratch's followers? How are you so certain they even have the clicker?
They could be working for Scratch. I don't remember. It's all confused.
Alan, if I'm gonna act on this information, you need to be honest with me.
Yeah, of course.
Is he confused? Or is he hiding something?
Time for profiling.
Wake said the cult has the clicker. How does he know?
The writer is the reader. The next chapter, the next chapter, the next chapter. Keep the pages safe, the dark shining of the words.
Wake is hiding pages. That's how he knows the cult has the clicker. Wake has a double. Mr. Scratch. Where is he now?
A cloud of wrath wears my face. The dark place in your place. Scratching out my body of work.
Scratch is here. In Washington. He's hunting Wake.
I don't get her profiling. It's clearly supernatural. It's not actually profiling.
Scratch looks just like Wake. Why?
Don't wake up the dreamer if your life is a dream. I swam to the shore, but the water is rising.
Wake and Scratch are clearly connected.
No shit.
Maybe Scratch got out because Wake did.
Again,
Or
no
vice
shit.
versa. Okay, Mr. Wake. I know you have more pages of the manuscript on you.
You don't understand how vital these pages are. They're the only way I can know what's coming.
You're not the only one trying to solve this. This is our job.
Okay. Here. Now, this is all I have.
Where'd you pull
Be
that from?
careful with them. Inside the trailer, at the outskirts of Watery, Saga had seen Wake's fabled clicker for the first time, in the hands of the Cult of the Tree. A cultist stared at her. She drew her weapon.
Is it gonna make me wait for the pop-ups to keep talking? Am I done talking? Huh?
Wake just gave us a lot of information. But this clicker seems like a good place to start. If we find that, then we find the cult. The Cult of the Tree has the clicker Wake told me about. They're a part of all this.
I'm sorry, but she makes some very obvious observations. What is happening?
Nope.
Oh, maybe psychology.
Okay. The pages we've been finding are from a horror story called Return, written by Alan Wake. And the contents of this book are coming true. Why couldn't it have been a romance?
Okay. How does the story change reality, rules, and the place? Guess that's more Dark Place
Sure.
information. Excuse me. In the former Scratch, the Dark Presence is adding wake stories and wants to turn the world into a fucking nightmare. Oh, would that be Dark Presence? Flashlight seems to weaken the Taken.
Think, Saga.
Why would that be Dark Presence? Well, considering it just gave this one to me. Scratch and the Dark Place are interchangeable. So I guess that would be that. Can be accessed from the bottom of Cauldron Lake. Some other strict reality, the Dark Place is merged with ours.
The Dark Place. A dimension that's home to monsters. Huh. Wild stuff.
For later. Okay, called stashes.
These stashes could contain clues about the cult. Better keep an eye out for more.
I can barely read that one because of the light. Gold Lake.
Standing inside the trailer at the outskirts of Watery, Saga had seen Wake's fabled clicker for the first time, in the hands of the cult of the Tree. Her mind reeled from what the horror story was now claiming about her, her life, her past. She didn't accept it. She stepped out of the trailer. She needed air, but she wasn't alone. A cultist stared at her from behind a deer mask. She drew her weapon, shouted, ran after him.
It's all on the page. The clicker, the cult. Okay, I'll head to Watery and find this trailer. Casey, you stay here and keep an eye on Mr. Wade.
She
Got
needed
it.
to zone out to her
No,
mind place
you
to be
need
able
me
to tell
there.
them that.
No dice, pal. This is an FBI investigation, and I don't see a badge on that flannel.
You can switch between Alan and Saga stories via the bucket and the janitor's break room. Feel free to play in whatever order you choose. Alright. Is this the bucket? No, this is something different. Oh no, it is the bucket. I mean, the game called Alan Wake. I kind of want to play as Alan.
I was back. I wasn't able to escape. A dark presence had stopped me. I had seen the title page of another manuscript. Return. I didn't remember writing it, but it felt familiar. Important. I had to find it.
Alright, well that makes me think that perhaps they are
I
sitting
would
with
write a new
Scratch.
draft of initiation to reach Parliament Tower using another murder site. Scratch was reaching out from the dark place to get Alice. She was out, but still in danger.
actually look this up. Which would it make sense to play first?
Welcome. Our guest tonight is Alan Wake. This time he wanted to do something.
I was back, and I hadn't forgotten. I knew how this worked now. I could take control, no more surprises.
What demons he wrestles with in the dark hours of the night. Together with our house band, the divine old gods of Asgard, we have created something very special. The song is called Herald of Darkness, but I like to call this next segment the story of the journey of Alan Wake, the musical. We just do what we always do. We'll chat, but instead of talking, we'll sing it.
I know what this is. Let me in. Let me in.
What the hell?
From what I've gathered, you grew up nice and sheltered with mama's pretty stories and your own made-up fury. And mama gave me a magic clicker. Well, yes, I think it's true and fair to say. Come on in and listen, lost words you've been missing. Now the fire you're bearing, the eye of the darkness, your light. So you were drawn to stories early on. My dreams would light up my imagination. And you had nightmares night and day. Yeah, but with the clicker, I chased those frights away. So true. So here is a clue of hope to remember. Visions, they come true. Bend the lights with string. Chilling thrillers of hard-boiled killers became bestsellers. It was all too much, I had to get away. There is more to it than meets the eye. I never meant for it to ruin my life that way. Would you say you let the jaded lie? Dark shades could never save the day. So sad, but true. Fire and nightmares, torture and life. It's a gift or a curse. A reality made of dreams. Zane before him, and maybe they'd be happy once again. Just one shot, one more chance for him to save their marriage away from the city, a romantic getaway.
Damn. Lost in bubble in my throat. Whoa, hello! More like a fucking little grenade launcher than a flare gun with the way it pops. Grateful for all these supplies though. Oh, when did I get my revolver back? Did I have it the whole time? Reload already! Enemies. Do I have any healing? I forget the painkiller shield. Oh, they do. Pretty slow, Old Gods of Asgard, it's my kind of music. Oh, did I get someone else over there? I did. Oh, someone was behind me. This is a fun way of going back into it. Oh, I'm all the way back here. I wish I had a melee. Whoa, what the? I can't reload under these conditions. took all my pills. Alright, I'm doing worse. Didn't see that one. Oh, come on, reload, you motherfucker. I mean, it's not bad music for me to be losing the level to. I'm enjoying it. Oh, shit! Oh, fuck. Got a little over eager. More pills. Oh, I have more pills. Safe. Oh. You know, kind of forgot about that part. Too much of a fighter sometimes.
That was interesting.
That was fun.
A vision.
Yes!
Such a dark place? Am I trapped in here? Is this real? I cannot remember. There was a manuscript, it held a key. A vicious cycle I must not surrender to. Echo seems to seek out again and again until I figure it out to bring this song to its end. I gotta figure it out and bring this song to its end.
I'm so glad that this is in the game.
And I thought this place couldn't get any stranger.
Herald of
Oh.
darkness, lost in the
I'll just walk where you're mopping. Are you mopping carpet? I don't think you're supposed to mop carpet.
champion of light,
Catchy, right?
herald of darkness.
All right. How is the end of chapter song not that? I think we'll leave this section of the recording there for now. Let this be its own part up on YouTube. But we will continue the stream. I'll just start a new recording.